Remember, you can always turn the power on or off again.
VRified Games.
Is this thing on? Yeah, okay. Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson, and boy, do I have something to show you. You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life, even if you don't know who I am. In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military, but I kept dreaming bigger and better. And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing. Which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait. Where are we again? Okay, so... this town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it, but that doesn't matter. Point is, you're riding there, and you'll soon be Aperture Science Innovators. We're still getting some of this stuff together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more pre-recorded messages once you're there. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, Lil? Yeah. And living that talking head. Coming to you live at Daigo with VRified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Shit mine, only. So, tell me, what is it we're doing today, my man?
Well Ed, we're jumping back into Portal 2 VR.
Oh, okay. I mean, 3 videos already. Less than a week. I guess it's fine.
Alright, you're now arriving at Aperture Central Station. Wait. Chris, get over here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay. Does station have an extra O before the I? Alright, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired! Get out of my office. Out. Get out. Out of my office. Oh, I can't re-record this. As I said before, there's a lot we're still working on. Just watch your step on the way out, and as a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry, though, we haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes.
No, well, It is and it isn't Portal 2 VR. Basically, what we've got here is the fan game Portal Stories Mel.
Portal Stories Mel?
Yeah. Basically, Portal Stories Mel was a modification of Portal 2. Now, this isn't just test chambers, maps, no, this is a full story-driven campaign set in the Portal/Half-Life universe. Parts of it act like a prequel and a side story to Portal and Portal 2.
Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community, entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. Last thing we need is to touch up a dent in the wall because someone was too hands-on.
Oh.
Yeah, now it's non-canonical, but it is very lore-friendly, it fits in with the narrative, and it feels like an honest-to-God Valve title. Basically, in the minds of many people, Portal Stories Mel is Portal 3.
Oh, it's that good?
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. So we can't really touch upon Portal Stories Mel in a VR video and not mention Portal Stories VR.
Portal Stories VR, huh?
Yeah. Now, as this is not a VR port of Portal Stories Mel, it's not even a modification of Portal 2.
It's not?
No. Portal Stories VR was an original title developed with Unreal Engine, but set in the Portal universe and made by the same team that developed Portal Stories Mel.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we have to throw it in as a footnote, because this also serves the distinction of being, up until the recent Portal 2 VR mod, the only Portal title to have VR support, and this was released back in 2016.
Oh.
I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's no good. Anyway, just head through the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go.
Yeah, and the reason the team didn't go, you know, with the source engine or to try and modify Portal 2 at that time was because the source code wasn't available and they weren't able to get it into VR, whereas with Unreal Engine 4 it had VR just baked in, so they were able to just import their assets and remake the game from scratch that way. So it's not the same game as Portal Stories Mel, it's not. It's just made by the same team and shares a lot of the same themes. Now, it's free to download on Steam, so yeah, go ahead and download it. It's definitely worth a go. It's short. It's only 10 levels, but it's a good time. And it was made for VR with VR in mind, so you know what you're getting into there. But people at the time, 2016, when it was released, were a little disappointed because they were expecting Portal Stories Mel in VR, and that's not what they got. Well, until now, 6 years later. Here we are. So yeah, Portal Stories Mel is now playable start to finish in VR. Now, Portal Stories Mel, it's a separate install to Portal 2. Basically, you go on Steam, search it up, download it. The only prerequisite you need is to own Portal 2. You don't even need to have it installed, just own Portal 2, and you will get Portal Stories Mel for free. Now, to install the VR mod, refer to the guide in this video, it's identical.
So, at first, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
It's basically download the mod, extract it into the game folder. Slight difference with the config file. So in our description, we're going to have a config file that works for us. Basically paste that over the config file that's already in the VR folder.
Here at Aperture, we're always trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine and do all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between the ears and a generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this. Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing Sphere. Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts, 90 tests. We can test whatever we want to and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mesa. Those guys can kiss my... Anyway, the bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when they threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Volt. When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry, though. Our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes, an hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry, we've got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are.
You can refer back to the Portal 2 VR video if you're having trouble with install, but it is very, very simple. So just take that config file text, paste it over the text that's already in there, and you'll be able to play in VR. Now, there are some caveats with Portal Stories Mel. Obviously, the Portal 2 VR mod was not made with Portal Stories Mel in mind. It's not. So it's not optimized for the changes that they had made. So
So, as I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep. And then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't sleep too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast. And if you decide to stay the night, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 science boys disappear because of him.
one of the things you'll notice almost straight away is pre-rendered cutscenes. For Portal Stories Mel, they use pre-rendered cutscenes. Now, in VR, they don't play out in Geometry 3D as you would expect. They play out on a 2D screen in front of you, and the 2D screen aperture doesn't render it correctly, so it's a little bit off, but it is what it is. You still get the story start to finish, you still know what's going on, it's just not in 3D and in VR all around you. Another thing is performance. With the changes that the team made to Portal Stories Mel, it is very performance intensive when compared to Portal 2. So the VR mod struggles in places, most notably in large areas or when there's a lot happening on screen at once. You will notice some kind of slowdown.
Don't worry, those turrets won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on. Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy Harry lied to me.
The portal gun as well. If you have 6 DOF enabled, you will notice some of the effects don't line up properly with the portal gun, like the particle effects. They kind of render outside the gun, so that can take you out of it a little bit. And obviously the model itself has 2 hands attached. Now that's purely down to preference. That might annoy you that there are 2 hands attached to your gun, it might not. It is entirely possible to just download a portal gun model and just extract it in there and use that instead. That's something you could do if you wanted. And yeah, that's basically it.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the rest.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, right, you can't answer. I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though, we got you out okay. Nothing's different, nothing's changed. Just head out of the chamber, I'll tell you a bit more out there.
Portal Stories Mel is now playable in VR, start to finish. Damn near perfect. With the few caveats I've already mentioned. Yeah, so what is Portal Stories Mel? Well,
don't worry about the height. Had a few of my scientists make what's called long fall aperture science innovators long fall boots. That was easier to think of than I thought.
it's basically a prequel, or it starts off as a prequel, to the entire Portal series. And Half-Life also. There's a lot of references there. And it kind of dovetails into a side story to Portal 2, taking place around the same time. A lot of the concepts, that being the prequel and the title character's name Mel, didn't come from nowhere. That was actually the original concept for Portal 2, which changed throughout development. So the team behind Portal Stories Mel were privy to that, and they used that information.
Pick that yellow device up. Don't worry, it's not hazardous. I've had the scientists leave you a new device to help you. Yeah, that's right. A new test. Congratulations!
And they used that basis to create their game. So it's a nice little companion piece. You can tell there was a lot of love and attention, and you can tell there was a lot of love for the Portal series that went into this. There's tons of little Easter eggs, tons of nods to the Half-Life/Portal series.
There's an open door nearby. Should take you out of the building. You'll need that new test to move around. Don't worry though, we built the building like this. Don't worry about that. It's just a new drilling test we're doing down below. Yeah, to get the salt mines deeper, to get more testing spheres in. Yeah, that's it. Just ignore that.
For fans of both series, you're gonna love it. You're gonna feel right at home. It does indeed feel like a Valve title. You know, it's that good. There's a degree of polish here that other fan games would be envious of, in my opinion. So, yeah, okay, guess we're gonna leave it there, you guys. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you've any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you. And, yeah, VRified Games out.
VRified Games out. And the Portal again. This is our 4th Portal video in a week, man. We do something else now? Shit.
Don't mind all this too. We just had earthquakes. Lots of earthquakes. Yeah, you get lots of those here in Michigan. These earthquakes even shook up time a bit. Some stuff from the future got here. Yeah, that's how it's here. Don't worry, it's still 1952. Adlai Stevenson is still president. Alright, so, the earthquakes. Kinda did some redecorating in here. Destroyed the door too. You'll have to find another way out. There's gotta be something you can use to launch yourself over the door. There has to be another way out. I know, things might look different than what you're used to, but while you were spending that little time sleeping, we had some aperture science nanomachines come in and build all this stuff. Yeah, that's it. They're quick little guys, faster than any science guy I got. Beyond that door is one of the new testing tracks. Totally, completely new. Get through it and head to the first testing sphere. I'll let you know more there. Now, I just want to make sure you know something before you go any further. We have these new inventions called emancipation grids in place to prevent objects from moving around to other tests. Now, some guy decided that it would be a good idea to make ones that prevent people from going through, and installed one where people needed to go through. If you turn the power off, you can easily turn it back on. That switch isn't like the rest of them. The others trip a circuit breaker that causes an entire part of the facility's power grid to blow up. So, I think these switches were designed for two people. Maybe your new test can help. Remember, you can always turn the power on or off again. The new testing track is just through here. Oh, that's meant to happen. Just to test your reflexes, you know, after your short sleep.